When these two meet, everybody pays attention. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Texas Longhorns taking on another team from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Sooners will put total leather to crank us up. Here he comes with return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Texas Longhorns offense takes the field. Guys, this rivalry's a throwback. Aren't many left like this where the stadium's divided right down the middle.
So much tremendous history between these two teams. And, David, it just always seems in this game, you throw out the stats, you throw out the standings, you throw out the records, and this is just a different energy when we see these teams play.
It's because you bring in the hatred. They don't like each other. The fan bases don't like each other. Texas, Oklahoma, it always means a lot.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The give to the tailback. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. He's going to pass. Coming after it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. A lot of chapters in this rivalry. They've been in different conferences. They've been in the same conference, and now they're going to the SEC to elevate this feud.
And I feel like it just takes rivalry games in the SEC to a whole new level, right? When you think about Texas and Oklahoma, you think about past Heisman Trophy winners and national championships.
We're going to throw it over the top of the knee. And he reels it in inside the 30. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
Quick release by the QB. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Oh, he dropped it! They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
They're trying to slam it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Texas!
Mano-a-mano, the offensive line gets it done, driving the defense back, creating an easy lane for that running back.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. An 84-yard drive there, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Oklahoma's offense will get the ball for the first time. One way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is be physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around in the middle of the field. He is a true center fielder, so this receiver's going to have to make plays.
Like, this just such a great job of getting guys on the ground. A lot of people are in position, but he makes plays, so him versus a dynamic wide receiver on the outside would be a great matchup.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. From the shotgun, the inside give. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. The Sooners head it quickly to the line. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That's reeled in. It's Burks. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
On the run, it's Barnes. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. You can't help but think back to last year, Jesse, when Oklahoma figured out a way to win that close game.
And Reese, Texas has been reminded every day this past year about losing that game close, too. So you knew, David, coming out in this one, they were going to be amped up and ready to roll.
And you know the juices are flowing early in the game. Like, this is not a friendly rivalry. OU doesn't like Texas. Texas doesn't like OU.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Defense in press coverage. Off the play fake. Finds his tight end. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
It's a really nice throw. It's so impressive watching this Oklahoma passing attack now. You think back to Bob Stoops taking over as head coach in 1999 and bringing with him the air raid offense, a style of passing attack that still wasn't very prevalent in college football at the time, but since then they've always had good quarterback play, guys that could play up tempo, make good decisions. This dude right here, he fits in perfectly with what they're trying to do throwing the ball in normal.
Looking to throw, it's Arnold. He's right on target. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, going up top. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area, throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. That's exactly what happened.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Listen, you can't make every play, you can't cover everybody, but it's really nice when you get the bonus of swatting the ball down and making sure that quarterback doesn't get a completion and doesn't get a big play.
Caught near the sticks. It's Moore. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. They emptied the roster, put every receiver they had out there, it seemed, and they were able to pick up enough for the first down.
Yeah, when you do that with all that speed on the field, you spread it out. What do you got to do?
Looking for a deep man. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. The Longhorns are on the move. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Nice move there. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Pushes ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Longhorn!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
It's complete on the right side. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. And the Sooners in the hurry-up.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw.
Looking deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Really need positive yards on second down. After the incompletion, they'll snap it from the 44. And he could not get loose on the run. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Looking for a man. It's Arnold. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Got his man quickly. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
And most importantly, they got the first. They've been getting pushed around up front this game and haven't created a lot of lanes to run the football, but
he unleashes a long one. And it's caught inside the 25. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Quickly to the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. Gets it out quickly. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you.
Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. He'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Leaves it with the back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Took a shot as he threw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in 3rd and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done
Going to take a shot. And he hauls it in inside the 30. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Longhorn! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure.
It's complete. A huge pickup. Afterburners coming. Run out of bounds after the long game, and they've got it now 1st and goal.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. This was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
And they had have the extra point to finish the drive. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense.
Picked off. And he will step out of bounds, but what a way to get the ball back for his offense.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make a play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
They're strong, and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Trying to get to it. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting first possession.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Scrambling away. They get him a rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. You put it all on display on that side.
They've got the screen set up. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And when this quarterback is in a rhythm, this offense is really hard to stop. You've seen that on this drive. He's 3 for 3, but they're also running the ball well. Everything they're dialing up right now is working.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. 3rd and goal coming up here. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the rush will get to him at the 25. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. He got it.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. On the move from inside his 5. And that's the end of the line for the return man, but still business to attend to. A penalty marker is down. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball because it is a long way to the end zone. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. Not much of a decision to make there. The defense will move them back. First down here for the offense. Looking downfield, it's Ewers. He's going for a big play downfield. Makes the grab down the left side. Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, Texas! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home they score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quick that you can go to.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. Caught close to the marker. It's Anderson. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Burks. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Sooners decide to punt it away. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. To the air on first down. Sends it downfield. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. Boy, he almost finished his half with a bang, and are they lucky to get him stopped. They're eager to head to that dressing room right now. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Longhorns will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And the Sooners want to pick up the tempo. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
The 3rd down offense has not been good, and add this one to the tab. Another 3rd down stop and give up the sack. They're down by 3+ possessions. Nothing going this offense's way.
Slips through the line. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Line gets set, first down. Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Motion from the offense. With jet sweep pass. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
the first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he can really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Fires it into traffic, and it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
He's just Johnny on the spot. And now his second interception of the game, doing a great job reading the quarterback's eyes. And he's just been in the right place at the right time making plays.
Sooner offense returns to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out for. Get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
Ball still on the 34 after the incompletion. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd and 10. From the gun. Give on the inside. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Might as well give it to him again. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? From the gun, the running back looking for room.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
Well, this defense has been dominating their opponent all game long, and I think you're really seeing the fruits of their labor on the recruiting trail. They have got some dudes up front, out of high school, in the portal, and those guys are just wreaking havoc on this offensive line.
Here here comes the Texas offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, should have ran a better route. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. The Sooners on first and goal. Back to throw, it's Arnold. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked. It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. You can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast. Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here.
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Kentucky has the lead right now. Feels like it's been this way since the players took the pregame catwalk, but this has been a very close game. They're up by 13 over Vanderbilt. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Unloads quickly. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. This guy's having a game that feels like half a season for some. He's over 450 yards.
And he is so dialed in with his offensive coordinator and play caller with what they want to do and how they want to attack this defense. It seems like every single snap, he's read the coverage. He knows exactly where to go with the ball.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Now on second down and short. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They're going to ride this running back. Runs through the tackle. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Power football with the run. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. After the run, now to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Looking to pass. It's Ewers. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Gets it out fast. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And they stop him just short of the goal line. They'll mark it at the 1.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. They'll try to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorn! That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And Bevo's really starting to snarl right now, and he'd love to rub the Schooner's face right in it, David.
Yeah, they got it cooking. The Longhorns are looking good. In this rivalry game, you got half the crowd in this burnt orange, Jesse, that is going bananas right now.
Boomer Sooners got the weapons, though, guys, on offense. You've got the horses on the outside to turn this thing into a track meet. I know you're down here, but you can change this game. It just takes one play.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Trying to find his man on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Texas! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with a big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. A 3rd and long coming up here. To the air, it's Arnold. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Give to the running back. And the Longhorns will have a first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Looking to go up top on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The accuracy, the decision-making, the athleticism, everything has been on display.
There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. You sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your